Hello, welcome back to High Five Resale Shop. My name is Derek, and on this channel is dedicated to helping other people find out what they can sell on eBay through what I have been able to figure out. Um, was a pretty good weekend. Super Bowl yesterday. Um, Disappointing people in my neck of the woods because I'm in Springfield, Missouri, in the southwest corner of Missouri. A lot of disappointed people around here because the Chiefs were not able to pull that off yesterday. I have a couple of friends who are Eagles fans, so they are happy today. But the rest of the area is not happy due to the Chiefs not even really participating in that game much last night. So it is what it is. I am from Chicago originally, so if I was going to root for anybody, it would be the Bears, and it definitely is the Cubs. So, as Cubs fans and we're still pretty excited that we won in 16. So, um, we don't we're not asking for very much at this point. But Virginia McCaskey passed away, one of the Bears owners. Um, and we'll see where that takes the Bears if they're going to be better next year. But enough talk about that. We sold a bunch of stuff over the weekend. It was a decent weekend. Um, I'd say my average is about 13 to 16 items. We sold 17 things. We made a total of $330. That's including the shipping on it, so it's a little bit less net. It's a bit less net. But we'll go through the things that sold over the course of the weekend and tell you if I know where I got it from, I'll tell you where I got it from and how much I paid for it. A lot of times it's from old stock. Since I've been doing this so long, a lot of this stuff is just old stock that when I bought out a garage sale or cleaned out somebody's garage sale for them and took the stuff for basically nothing. It's really got no cost. The only cost to me is the cost of time it takes to put it up. And so when it comes to stuff like that, since there is no cost or little cost, pennies, then putting up a $10 item to me is no big deal, because if I can list 6-7 items in an hour at $10 a piece, I mean, if you make $70 an hour, that's pretty darn good. So some of the stuff never sells, but most of it you can find the price at which people will buy it for. Sometimes it's not that great, and we'll start off with something that's not that great of a sale, but it's still money in your pocket because I'm not paying for the shipping on it, and I would sell it at a garage sale. I'm sure it was here. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this Old Navy blouse, Old Navy, I don't pick it up anymore. I used to pick it up, but not anymore. This sold for $4 plus shipping on top. And that will lead me right into one of the questions that somebody had for me. You sell these YouTube eBayers who sell clothes, and they all ship their stuff. They slide it into a clear poly bag. As you know, if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, I had actual stores, so I have a lot of the inventory materials to just hang clothes up on hangers. I have thousands and thousands of hangers from having an actual storefront. So I use those to my benefit, and I don't put them in those little clear plastic bags because there's no need for me to do that. People would say you put it in a clear plastic bag when you ship it and then put it in your poly mailer. But I worked at Old Navy, and they just stick their clothes directly in the poly mailer, and they don't put it in another bag to put it in a bag. So I've never had a customer complain about me putting their clothing item directly in the bag. I usually put a business card in there. And the business card just has the YouTube channel, Facebook page, and then my eBay page, the page to get to eBay. And then it's got my name on it and the name of the store, High Five Resale Shop. So maybe they know where it came from and they can look for other items. I don't really think that you get many other sales from that, but at least it's, you're trying and putting yourself out there. Back to the thing about the clear bags. I can see how it's a benefit if you are not hanging up your clothes. If you've gotten past that point, like you need to store them in bags and then put them in a box and then have boxes that you go down and look through, and they're all numbered and stuff like that. I can see that as being a viable thing, but I personally don't use bags because I don't store my stuff that particular way. I may be getting to that point where I'm going to have to do some jeans like that, but I'm not there yet, and I'm gonna try to not do it as long as I can. But if I run out of space and I start having to like condense, having space issues in my storage area, then I will definitely have to maybe go to those clear bags. The next thing that sold was a Reacher novel. So a Lee Child novel. It's from the series about Jack Reacher. It's called Gone Tomorrow. These Reacher books might start to pick back up again. This is an audiobook. It sold for $8 plus shipping on top because I think Reacher is set to come out this month in February. I'm not positive on that, but I thought I heard something about season 3 of Reacher on Prime maybe coming out. So that's that. This, I listed it on Friday and it sold Saturday morning. So this is a vintage thermometer. It's got a name on it, Fatchney 8 A100 glass clinical fever thermometer, made in the USA. So this was sold for $29.99 plus shipping on top, and it sold via promoted listings, I guess it says, and it sold within probably 12 hours of being listed. The next item that's sold is this Mandy Moore CD. It sold for $8 plus shipping on top. The back of this CD has like some tape on it or something. There's tape all over this thing, but I'm not gonna change. I will put. It's a 2-disc thing, so it's actually more complicated than usual. So it's a 2-disc. It's got a DVD, and this thing inside is broken. I'm gonna check the listing and make sure that it notated that the case is broken, because I will try to send them another case that's not broken. But here's the kicker: is that it has this really it has this sticker on it from when it was released. So there are audiophiles who are collectors, and they are looking for the original stickers that are on this CD case. You're not going to be able to take that off and stick it anywhere else. But they also want the jewel case to be in perfect condition. So that's like one or the other. And then you get a non-collector, they're like, oh, just give me another case and I'll just slide it into another case. And then I have a perfect case to deal with. But if an audiophile person bought this, which I don't see any Mandy Moore audio files. I don't think there any exist, but if they do, they might have a problem with that being a broken case, with having the original sticker on it, and then me giving them another case to put it in. So you never know. Collectors are very particular in how they want their items, and you wouldn't think on CDs that anybody would be that particular, but they will give you negative feedback if their CD isn't the way they wanted it to. But then the other side of it is that they don't acknowledge themselves when they're buying stuff, that I'm a collector and I want it a very specific way. Is this specific way? Occasionally people do ask questions and say, I am a collector and I want it this way. Is it going to come that way? But most of the time they pay $3 or $4 for a CD and they are disappointed. So that's frustrating. I would rather you come to me and say, hey, this CD needs to be perfect, no scratches on it whatsoever, and the case needs to be perfect. Maybe I can make it happen, but sometimes you can't, because it's got these original stickers from when they sold the DVDs. So it is what it is. The next item that's sold is this skirt from Flint and Moss. It's extra large. It says, I put keywords in here: boho, pheasant, granola. It's an orange tiered skirt. It's a long one, so it's a full-length skirt. And it's extra large, and it's sold for $10 plus shipping on top. So you got to make sure that you use the correct keywords to get the right customers to look at your item. And don't use keywords that don't fit into your item. Otherwise, that's just keyword spamming, and you could get knocked for that. You could get in trouble from eBay by that. This was an interesting one. This CD, Summer Rain by Jeanette Harris. It's a sax jazz CD. It sold for $25 plus shipping on top via promoted listings. This CD was up for $90. The person asked if they could have it for $25, and I like $25 in my hand more than I like potential $95, so I sold it. It's got this little notch in the side. If you see these, this is so the record store might get a promotional copy, or a radio station might get a promotional copy to play this on the air, but the distributors don't want to get this particular one back, right? Because nobody paid for it. It was promotional. They gave it to somebody for free. Okay, so they don't want to get this back, trying to get money back for a sale that would never happen. So they put this notch in here, and as you can see, it went through the artwork and it went through the case. Now I could replace the case, which I will do on this particular one, but I did notate that it had this notch in there, and that you're going to see that on the artwork. So $25 plus shipping on top. Really good sale there. I've never seen that CD before or since, so it is rare. And it was the only one listed online. That's why I had it up for $95. The next item is a Gap men's shirt. It is a 2XL collared long sleeve button up shirt. It's got like a point collar, and it's like pink with white stripes. And this sold for $15.99 plus shipping on top. And the next item that sold was another men's item, and this is new with tags. It's a 2XL, but it's to a different person, but they were back to back. This long sleeve Eddie Bauer sweater with the 1/4 zip on the top and long sleeves. $13.50 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold was a Primus album, Miscellaneous Debris. The Digipack, the cardboard is pretty rough. It's got some, probably got wet at some point. But the CD is in great condition. It's got this little nick here, right there, on the artwork. And as I'm looking at it, that could be a problem. But I will send it to the person, and if it doesn't work for them, I will refund them their money. But I don't, it could be a problem, but it probably is not a problem. That sold for $4.99 plus shipping on top. Again, it's not going to be a really big loss if it doesn't work. The next item is this CD. They Might Be Giants. The guitar, The Lion Sleeps Tonight, featuring Laura Cantrell. This sold for $10 plus shipping on top. I'm just gonna check the disc. The disc looks good. The next item that sold is like a shawl or a sweater, a pullover sweater with no sleeves. It's this black with the metallic fibers in it. It's got a little like glittery look to it. This is Chico's. It's an extra large, and this sold for $27 plus shipping on top. It's in great shape. Great sale right there. The next item that sold was these Merona solid brown capri mid-rise straight leg pants, flat front, size 12, and those sold for $8.99 plus shipping on top. Another question that's somebody asked me last week: do I cross list? And I do not cross list. I only do eBay, and I do some Facebook Marketbook posts and sales on really large items that I'm personally trying to get rid of. Like I have some children's dressers up right now that I'm trying to move out of a room to make some space. I have a like this long mushroom wall decoration up online right now, and somebody seemed very interested. I thought they were coming on Saturday to get it, but they never showed, and they just ghosted me. So it is what it is. That's the nature of Facebook Marketplace. And until somebody decides they want to police that thing, it's going to be like that. It's going to be pretty shady over there. But yeah, I only do eBay, and I only do eBay because I personally don't get enough time to put and invest in eBay to make it work the way that I want to, in terms of how much money I'm making and stuff. Of course, I have higher goals than what I'm doing right now, but if I can't do that with my main source of income, then I have no business putting this stuff in different other places. I need to get, the one space. I need it perfectly going. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I need it to be going the way that I want to, and then I can look to other options. My clothes might be better. I might be able to make some money on Poshmark, but the learning curve on that will take me away from doing what I do best on eBay. So that's why I don't do it. Maybe it's a terrible reason why not to do it, but I just know that spending time in one area will take away from another area, and I certainly don't think I have putting enough time into the eBay thing. So I can't foresee taking more time away from it. I am able to keep up with doing these YouTube um, videos because it interests me. I'm constantly watching other YouTubers on eBay. I'm watching other YouTubers that do eBay on YouTube, and I'm able to keep up with these. But I can't even keep up with the social media posts on my Facebook. I used to put things up there just for people to see, but I haven't done that recently. Trying to do reels, shorter reels for Facebook, and I'm not able to facilitate all of the things that I want to do. But so frowny face on the social media. So that is the reason I don't cross list this, because I don't think I could devote the correct amount of time and not take it away from eBay. So that answers that question. The next item that sold was a Halloween costume. It was this Anakin Skywalker costume, and this will come with a lightsaber. It's nothing fancy lightsaber. It's one of the collapsible ones. Doesn't make any noises or anything. And this sold for $27.99 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold is another CD, new sealed Maxwell CD. Now is the title. That's R&B and soul. $4.49 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold was a bra. I've had this for a while. There were 6 of them to start with. All the colored ones sold. But this is a Kubi beige nude color racerback athletic sports bra. New. It has tag here, so it's new with tags. And it's a 40D. This sold for $10 plus shipping on top. I'll put that right there. The next item that sold was this CD, and I don't really know this band, but the band name is Chavez, and the name of the album is Ride the Fader, and it says it's indie math rock, and I don't know what that means. So that's kind of hilarious. $8 plus shipping on top. That's the back cover. That's the inside. So it's like goes like that. It's like a wave pool or something. So there's that Chavez Ride the Fader math rock. And then the last thing is the 70s classic hits, various artists, various original artists, soft rock, $9.99 plus shipping on top. Who is on this? The Atlanta Rhythm Section, So Into You, and the Bay City Rollers, I Only Want to Be With You, and the Grassroots, love the Grassroots, Temptation Eyes, and Orleans, Still the One, that's a great song, and I think that's about it that I really know. There's a lot of other stuff. There's a Little River Band on here, Lonesome Lover. I don't know what that is though. That's about it. So that sold for $9.99 plus shipping on top. Compilations seem to be good. It depends on what the genre is of music that the compilation is. So, people looking for that one song by that one hit wonder would rather buy a compilation of a bunch of songs than just the one hit wonders CD with only that good song on it. I saw Tekken Sports. He did a thing a couple of weeks ago about what he thought about AI and how that's going to affect eBay. My personal opinion is that AI is going to start a race to zero. So more people are going to be able to put no effort into making listings. So they're going to drive prices down with their listings that are really not really good, because they're not going to put any effort into doing that. And they're just going to drive prices down in lots of areas. And it may be on the resellers' to-do list is to find out these really niche areas that you can sell in, that no one thinks about. I could go through my lists of people who I watch and what they sell, which is kind of nichey, or what they like to sell, which is kind of nichey. I mean, I watched the Bearded Thrift Machine, and he is golf clubs. I'm not going to sell a golf club. I know nothing about golf clubs. He sells auto parts, and he also sells tools. I'm not a car guy. I'm not a golf club seller, and I don't know anything about tools. Although if I see an old tool, I may pick it up. Like that. You got let's see, Shed Flips, and they are high dollar items. All of their stuff is high dollar items. They are probably safe because the average person jumping into reselling is not going to be able to know high dollar items for resale. So they have it good for that. You got Mel from Back from Burnout. I watch. She just does books. So, I mean, there's a low cost of entry to books. You just have to figure out what books sell and how to sell them. I think she has special ways of bundling things that work for her, and also she's got her market in Australia. So, pretty interesting for that. You got Happy Heart Treasures, which I think they do a lot on their local area, and they also do a lot of cleanouts and stuff, so they get stuff for dirt cheap. So their entry cost on stuff is probably pretty low. They also seem to be willing to sell breakables and ship breakables, so that's something other people won't do. Let's see, Harry Tornado. Um, he's always trying new things, and I think they are moving way more towards your whatnot sales and stuff like that. So I don't even think that they do as much on eBay anymore as they do on whatnot. I think they double or triple what they do on whatnot to what they do on eBay. You got Justin Resells, and his thing he likes to pick up is vintage underwear that's not opened up or new in package. He likes that, and that's it sells really well on eBay if you can find it. I'm trying to find anybody else. The Pro Picker, he picks up video games. He also picks up high dollar items to resell. So the video game thing is tough. You got to get them at the right price to be able to resell them. And then the other thing is that if you have all the knowledge of what video games are worth what, that really helps, so that you can just glance at something and pick it up and be able to buy it or not. You got people who go to the bin stores and get stuff and put it back up for sale. You got people who like linens and fabrics, and do like Indian artifacts and stuff like that. Strictly video game resellers, people that just sell only video games. That's interesting. Again, that's all about having all the knowledge, because the prices on those games fluctuate very little. They only fluctuate during the holidays and stuff like that. Um, yeah, so there's all kinds of different models on eBay in which you can make money, and even all these YouTubers, they're all different. They all do different stuff. Some of them gently peruse the clothing um, aisles, and like if I went to someplace with clothes, I would be there a long time because I got to look through everything. Um, I also don't go every day, so if you went to your thrift stores every day, maybe you wouldn't have to look through everything every day. You just look through the new racks of stuff. But sometimes they just stick stuff in to the regular racks, and you would know about it unless you were there all day. So, but there's all kinds of different ways to make money, and you just got to find your niches. Oh yeah, there's one lady who's kind of just like a social media reels type of thing, and tuition ain't cheap, and she just does she does perfumes and stuff like that, and I'm like, who wants to ship liquids? I mean, she does cleaning supplies and perfumes and stuff, and it's just like, I wouldn't want to ship liquids all the time. That's not something I would really want to do. So um, there's lots of different venues to make money out there, different ways. You just got to find your niche. Um, Take what these YouTube people say, including myself, with a grain of salt. They don't know everything, and certainly don't know your situation. So, with that being said, that's all I got today. We'll get back to the grind of eBay. I'm going to take some photos after I get done with this. Bought a bunch of new clothes on clearance somewhere, and I'm going to take photos of those. And that's what I'm going to do today. But that's it. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And Jesus loves you. And always give yourself a high five. Bye now.